Hey everybody, Brian Ray with North Texas Waste Removal. So this is my view right now. And it is because of this. So, I'm sure y'all saw that Chevy symbol across the front of this truck. These Chevy Duramaxes have so much power that I just snapped a belt. So, it's just, it is what it is. So, looking at the truck, I'm gonna have to take the shroud off, the fan off, and I'm just not gonna do that here on 35 when the truck's still in warranty. There's a Chevy house about 5 minutes from here. So I got a tow truck coming, and he's gonna take me, take the truck up there and drop it off so that way they can get it fixed. The issue is that. Got my trailer with me. So if y'all remember, or if you've seen videos of mine, you know that once a month a group of us meet and have lunch here in North Texas. A group of roll-off dumpster companies. We just get to know one another, share ideas, and help one another build our businesses. And I was on my way to that. So I texted the group and told them what was going on, and one of the guys from the group has his truck, no trailer, so he's gonna actually pick me up at the Chevy house and then come back and hook up to my trailer and take it to my yard. So having that group, not only is it a blessing just to get to know a bunch of good guys and ladies, but it's helped my business, and man, this guy's going out of his way to help me. So that group's a huge blessing. So if you're in a different part of the country, heck, start one. If you're in North Texas, join ours. Give me a holler, call me, text me, message me, and just let me know, hey, I'd like to be a part of that group, and I'll be more than happy to get you set up with that. So tow truck driver is now here. He made the block. Now here. So I'm gonna let you go. I'll video him hooking up to my truck and document this a little bit, and hopefully you'll get a good laugh. Talk to y'all in a minute. All right, everybody, welcome back. So Chris Hill from Bluebonnet Roll-Offs is part of my group and actually came out here and was kind enough to meet me at the Chevy dealership, and now we're here hooking up my trailer, and he's going to take me to my yard. So here in a few minutes I'll get the truck and we'll be talking to Chris and find out about what he likes about our group and starting a new roll-off company. So right now I'm in the truck with Chris Hill, the owner and CEO and COO and CFO and of Bluebonnet Roll-Offs, based out of Wiley, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so based out of Wiley, Texas. So Chris became a part of our group, what was that, probably about 3 or 4 months ago or more?
4 months ago.
Yes. Brand new roll-off dumpster owner at the time, and so what we're going to talk about, and just a little bit like what I talked about when I was waiting on the tow truck, is how important this group has actually been to me. So I have gotten not only built friendships, but have got to be around people who are not only great businessmen in the roll-off dumpster industry, but that can fix things. Dylan Dunn, man, that guy is a wealth of knowledge and has helped me and a lot of us many, many times. So it's not just the business aspect, but there's other things that I've benefited by being a part of that group. So we'll go over, and for somebody that's new to the group and has a relatively new roll-off company, Chris, what's one benefit, or multiple if you want to talk about it, benefits that you've gotten from our Trash Mafia North Texas group?
The random tips of information, and one is like the random information we get, like somebody will have like a dirt fill site, or a place to dump concrete or rock, and it's just like, oh my god, that's exactly what I needed for this specific client I have. Like, if I have a bunch of concrete I'm trying to get rid of, but the nearest concrete recycling plant is greater than 30 minutes away, there might be like a dump site nearby that just needs broken up concrete as filler. And it's always like really like just hearing tips and tricks like that, or hearing about places that you can dispose of things for a cheaper price or recycle them for a better price, and just general information about the industry. Like, oh crap, what's a good example? It was the DFW Find Fill Dirt group chat on Facebook. That one I've been using a lot. I scour there for if I got a client that's got a bunch of fill dirt and I need to transport it. I just go on there, and somebody's got a site that'll take it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's Omar was talking about it the other day. Oh, Christ.
My bad. We just missed our exit. we were over here talking and filming, so we just missed our exit. That's okay. You can go straight down 45 and hit 20. Not that far. All right. Yeah. So, I agree. I actually forgot about that part. Just a little bit of tidbits that you get from being in a group. We all bring something different, and those little tips and tricks and operational help that you get from just sitting around eating and talking about the business is definitely huge. For me, I guess it's been that, but it's also been for me just building the relationships and having those talks and seeing if I'm on par with my pricing, if operationally I'm doing things kind of like everybody else, or if I throw something out there that I'm not doing or I'm doing different, they might have a reason why they're not doing it that way. And so I definitely learned for that as well. So as a business owner, and you've been doing this about 5 months, you have a Keystone, this is a Dodge Laramie 2500, and you have a 14-foot Keystone trailer with 14-foot Keystone dumpsters, correct?
Yes. I think it's a 16-foot trailer. I might be wrong on that.
Oh, okay.
Off the top of my head, but it takes 14-foot cans. My arm lengths on my tarps are set to end right at a 20 yards door, and tightens down. It's a good trailer. I think max load I can take right now is 4 tons. And that's under, I have a 24,000 GVWR. So, it's pretty
On the
handy.
trailer you do?
Yeah.
Well, I know it makes my Texas Pride look like a sissy trailer. Man, this thing is very well built. Man, it's got lights on it, spotlights. It's about 3 times as fast as my Texas Pride. I just really like it. Like I said in my trailer video, I could kick Keystone in the shin for not putting out their trailer sooner, because I would have definitely bought a 16-foot from them rather than Texas Pride. So as a business owner, you got 15 yards. How many did you say you had? 5?
I got 5 15s and 120.
So what has probably been the biggest challenge your first 4 months as a roll-off dumpster business owner?
I got banned on Facebook Facebook, and that was my main source of income. So
I remember
getting banned from Facebook really put a big dent in my income. But it was not networking as much sooner. So recently joined the Rockwall Chamber of Commerce in hopes to broaden my horizons with commercial clients, and it's already got more clicks on my website, and it's generating more views, getting more orders booked. I wish I would have bought more 20s instead of more 15s. I feel like the 15 residential client isn't as extraordinarily competitive, because every guy with a bumper pull trailer can be competing with you. So every roofer, every junk removal guy, you're in competition with him. Once you start going 20s, I feel like that's the small scale construction guys, the small to medium scale construction guys start to really message you. And a lot of my clients that get 15s and have like small scale residential remodelings where they essentially tore out the entire house, they always go, "Oh, you had 20s this whole time? Oh, I would have taken a 20 yard from you." So, and then there's a larger profit margin, I feel like, with 20s. The bigger the dumpster, the bigger the money.
Yeah, I agree. So with me, when I'm getting this truck this winter, I'm getting a roll-off truck and getting away from the trailers. So I'm going to change my size of dumpsters. So I'm going to have 30s and 40s, but then I'm going to have nothing but 20s after that. And the reason why I'm doing 20s is because I can rent a 20 as a 20. I can also rent it as a 15 and have a different pricing and just give them a 20. The resident doesn't know it. So they're paying for the same, they're paying a 15-yard price, 15-yard weight limit on it, but I'm just giving them a 20-yard dumpster. So I can utilize it for 15-yard sales as well as 20-yard sales. So, and then
down on 20, right?
We are going east, yes, sir.
Okay.
So you talked about marketing and Facebook and all the networking, not quite networking early enough. So what's been probably your biggest success? What have you taken away the first 4 or 5 months that you said, hey, you know, I'm getting this right, or it's definitely coming to me, or you've just had one big success as far as nailing a client? What's been probably your biggest success the first 4 or 5 months?
Answer the phone when it rings, because if a client calls and you don't pick up, boom, they moved on to the next one. So whether they called at 6:30 in the morning or 11 o'clock at night, when I was doing a lot of Facebook ads, clients would message me at 11:30 at night asking for a 7 a.m. drop-off. And if you say yes right then and there, they're going to take you. Otherwise, they're going to go with someone else.
So you've been pretty consistent as far as that, and provided you feel like the consistency's provided you business that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise?
Yes, and being on time to a lot of the dumpster guys in the industry, the way I try to section my day off is highest priority clients, as in like repeat customers, larger scale jobs. If they need me at a specific time, I ask them the night before, do you need me? Which clients love when I go, what time would you like me at the job site? They love that, because then they're like, oh wow, then we can be on site and have everything we need when the day starts, and they're not waiting until 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the dumpster guy to drop off. I'm there to accommodate their needs as best as I can.
Yeah, then you need to be providing more than they're paying for. Mm-hmm. That's just a professional service that they feel like they're getting a lot more than the money that they're spending, whether it's consistency and being on time, or dumpsters not being full on the job site and them having to save up trash on the side or on a roof because you're not getting out there when you need to. I mean, all that adds up, and it's huge to be professional in a very unprofessional business.
And just like doing things like if a customer has a gravel driveway I take the shovel out the back of my truck and I level it for them. Just that way there's not big divots, especially if I'm dropping a 20 on gravel, it's going to leave marks, or it's going to dig into the gravel a little. I've had customers tell me, no, don't do that, we're going to do that anyways, it's fine. And other customers that are like, oh, thank you so much, wow, they're like impressed. Like, whether it's something as small as like sweeping up some leaves or some debris that might have fallen out of the dumpster while you're picking it up and throwing it back in there, customers really do appreciate it.
And they notice.
Mm-hmm. Like, they don't care that it left little white marks because it like moved the concrete a little when it rolled off, but they do appreciate, and they're happy whenever you swept a part of their driveway that the dumpster was near. They can see that whenever it's happening.
Yeah, that's huge, and I know the little things make big differences. I think it was yesterday, the day before, I actually had a delivery, and when I was pulling into their driveway, they had the garbage cans had just been emptied. So I grabbed the garbage cans on my way in and put them up there by the house, just so that way they wouldn't have to walk out there and get them. It's just little things like that, going above and beyond, and just being as professional and kind as you can possibly be. Anything else?
Somebody in an industry that you've never worked with before has a piece of information that you need, like the railroad ties thing. I was talking in the group chat about it a long time ago. Railroad ties are hazardous waste, and you need a certain approval to haul them. You don't need to be DOT, but you need approval to haul them. You need like a liner and a tarp and all that jazz to be able to haul them. But the main thing is that knowing where to dump them is one of the key pieces of information. Having the paperwork to dump them, because they don't just put online easily available how to become or how to be able to haul railroad ties non-DOT. So you have to go look that up, and what's the pricing on that. And it's all that information is really hard to dig down and find. And then I had a client who was like, hey, I'm going to need this from you next year, so here's all this information, remember you remember it. And I was like, oh, well, I'll be ready for you when the time comes.
So having that network out there, like what we have in the North Texas Trash Mafia group, is basically just invaluable. I mean, it helps so much as far as your business goes, and then also being parts of the Facebook groups, Dumpsters 101, all the different roll-off groups. You can throw stuff out there, and even though there's a lot of smart Alex that reply back, there's people out there that really legitimately want to help you and can provide you some really good information. So just networking as much as you possibly can. Well, all right. Well, hey, hey, you had something else?
Oh, I was gonna say, and it's nice whenever you know somebody who's larger in the industry because you're part of the group chat, and you go, oh, I know them, so that's how I got this, and they go, oh, okay. It just helps things go smoother. It feels like you were already, like I just started doing this year. So whenever somebody is like, oh, are you new? Who do you know in the industry? Like, and you tell them some names of people who you know that they know, it like helps build that relationship off the get-go, because then it like gives you a legitimacy. Like, you're not a scammer, you're not just some schmuckatelli who's coming off the street. You're there to be a professional and give your best, and I think that reflects in the people that you associate yourself with in the dumpster industry.
175 East to Kaufman.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, Chris, thanks. Thank you for not only doing this video, but thank you for picking me up in Dallas and taking me back to my yard. It's a little bit of a drive. So, hey, networking is a big deal. It provides you with a lot of different benefits, helps you build relationships, and I just can't stress it strongly enough that get a part of that. If you're in the North Texas area, hey, reach out to me, and I'll get you hooked up with ours. If you're not in the North Texas area, man, get on Facebook and just start messaging other roll-off dumpster companies and say, hey, y'all want to meet once a month for lunch, so we kind of help each other out and get to know one another, and you'll find people that are aching to do that, and it's a huge blessing. So again, like I do all of my videos, hey, y'all are a blessing. I love this channel. I love doing these videos, and I look forward to seeing you next time.